Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to my Trying a New Makeup Product Everyday series. Today I have such an exciting product to try out because this is from the brand Viseart and it's the 12 color neutral matte eyeshadow palette, I believe. Doesn't have the most fun creative name, but I'm so excited about this because Viseart makes such incredible eyeshadow formulas, and I have tried out a few other palettes from Viseart on my channel before, but I just can't get enough of this brand. I mean, this is pricey though. This cost $80. I did get this, I believe, with my ipsy points. And the only Viseart products that I've tried out have been in either Ipsy or BoxyCharm because I just think it's so expensive, but it's awesome that we can get them for such a good deal in those beauty subscriptions. And I'm so excited about the colors in this palette. I love the warm neutrals. These are all matte shades, but I also love that there's a pop of pink because pink is my favorite, and I love when eyeshadow palettes have some pink in them. Also got that really pretty blue, matches my shirt today. So I'm really excited to create a look with this, but first things first, I'm going to do some swatches. Definitely got to swatch the pink. Oh my gosh, so pigmented. I get a little nervous with blue shades like this that they're gonna stain my eyelid. The browns, like I love a matte brown. It's probably the shade I use most often when it comes to eyeshadows. Oh, so pigmented. Wait, that blue though looked pigmented on my finger. Really no color payoff in the swatch. That's weird. The pink seems fine. Seems brightly pigmented. The browns are definitely a little similar in color, but good pigment. That blue is the only one that didn't swatch very well. Usually the first shade that I apply when I do my eyeshadow is the highlight shade, but since these are all mattes, I don't have a shade to do that brow and inner corner highlight. But before I start applying any of the shades to my lid, I'm going to apply my eyeshadow primer potion. So this is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and I'm just going to apply this all over one of my eyes to test out these eyeshadows with and without a primer. Next up, I'm going to try picking up this lightest matte shade here. It might be a little orange for this purpose, but I kind of want to see how this would be dusted all over the lid, just to kind of set the lid. Actually, I'm not even going to do that because it's going to be too dark and orange. But that's okay. I'm actually going to stick with that shade and use it in that transition area. So instead of applying it all over my lid, I'm going to pretty much apply it all over the brow bone. Blend this from crease to brow bone because this definitely has some good pigment. It's blending nicely. And we're going to ease into that color, create the dimension by starting here in the transition area with this lighter shade. This is a little bit more orange than what I prefer, but it's subtle enough. Next, I have so many good options for the crease when it comes to matte brown shades. I think I'm gonna go with this one though. Just picking up a little bit because I know that these are pigmented and a little goes a long way. And I'm just going to focus this shade right in the crease to help contour the eye, build up dimension here. And this shade is actually going pretty nicely with that transition shade. It is just like a slightly darker version, which is perfect to build up and deepen the crease. Ooh, we've also got this pretty plum purple. Maybe I'll go with that to add a little color. But oh my gosh, that is really pretty. This has good pigment. Doesn't seem to be like that blue, which really didn't have as much pigment as I was expecting. But I'm just deepening up this outer corner with this really pretty plum shade. I love that. And that blends out nicely. This has good pigment. I really like this here. I'm so tempted to put the pink on my lid, but that might be a little overboard, especially with all this purple already going on and amping the look up quite a bit. Maybe I'll save the pink for the lower lash line because I've still got to incorporate it somehow. But wow, I really like what that purple does in this outer corner. I feel like there's not a shade in here that really goes perfectly like with these colors to finish off the eyeshadow look. But for some reason I'm being drawn to this camel color. So picking it up on more of a flat brush, I'm going to apply this to the lid. Let's see. Ooh. I love how pigmented these are. It's just not my favorite cohesive color story. And I mean, I love shimmer, so I love to have that. But these are fantastic matte shades to reach for. I just feel like I'd be using some other colors with these shades on a typical basis. But this color is also so easy to apply, great pigment, blendable. And I actually really like this camel color. Not a shade that I reach for very often. It actually goes pretty nicely with this look. I wouldn't have normally thought to do purple with camel, but I'm just gonna kind of blend them together. Bring that purple a little bit into the crease too. That is kind of fun. I actually really like that camel color on the lid though. It's more flattering on me than I was expecting. I might have to do more of like a neutral, more toned down look with that camel color on the lid again. Maybe like a darker brown in the crease for more of like a daytime type of look. But I'm going for it with the color right now, so I am going to pick up that pink and blend it along the lower lash line here. And hopefully it shows up and gives a nice pop, and it should pull together that purple shade nicely as well. Ooh, yes. That does show up. And that does pop on the lower lash line. Oh my gosh, so fun. This is a really nice shade of pink. It's not too bright of a pink, but it's such a pretty tone and has such good pigment that you can see that it is such a beautiful shade of pink. Shows up so vibrant. Wow, that was actually a very quick, easy eyeshadow look because these shades are so pigmented and blendable and so easy to use. So let's compare with the primer versus without it. Wow. No difference. These really did live up to my expectations and the hype of Viseart eyeshadow formulas. So good. I feel like I can't say enough good things about the formulas. I'm not crazy about the colors once I actually went to put them on my eyes, just because I feel like I couldn't do a full, complete look that I really love with what shades come in here. But this is a great just shade to have in the collection to use with other eyeshadows. But I also just feel like if you're spending $80 on a palette, it really should have everything you need if you're spending that much money on it. So the fact that this is kind of only just like a supplemental type of palette in my collection makes me glad that I got this for such a good deal in Ipsy, or basically free with my points. But if you've tried this out, I would love to hear what kind of looks you've created with it, and maybe I can get some ideas on how to get more use out of this palette alone. But thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.